You're welcome in our community updated sport news. Click on the subscribe ring for becoming one of the community members who gets, firstly, the sport documentary, historical sport background, and other related updated news. 3 Gunner leave. Arsenal could axe 50% of loan crowd in 2025. Arsenal have reportedly identified 3 players whom they are willing to sell in 2025 as Mikel Arteta trims his squad further. The Gunners sanctioned another wave of high-profile departures during the summer transfer window, where all of Emil Smith-Rowe, Edin Ketaya, Aaron Ramsdale, Charlie Patino, Mika Bierith and Brooke Norton-Cuffy were sold. Cedric Soares, Mohamed Elneny and Arthur Okonkwo were also allowed to depart upon the expiration of their contracts, as Arsenal made room for David Raya, Ricardo Calafiori and Mikel Merino. The Gunners, who currently reside in 3rd place in the Premier League table, also allowed -1 senior players to depart on loan, 3 of whom could be on the permanent chopping block next year. According to the Daily Mail, all of Fabio Vieira Porto, Marquinhos Fluminense and Nuno Tavares Lazio are likely to see their Arsenal chapters come to a close in 2025, either in the summer or winter windows. Tavares to be denied Arsenal lifeline. 3 Gunner leave. Arsenal could axe 50% of loan crowd in 2025. Tavares' loan move to Lazio is already understood to contain an obligation to buy if certain conditions are met over the course of the season, but even if he fails to fulfill that criteria, he should still be severed from his Arsenal terms. The former Benfica starlet has immediately adapted to Serie A football with a league high 8 assists in the 2024-25 Italian top flight, but he has only come up with 1 goal and 2 assists in 28 games for Arsenal. Meanwhile, Brazilian attacker Marquinhos is due to return to Arsenal from Brazilian outfit Fluminense at the end of the month, but he has only posted an indifferent record of 2 goals and 2 assists from 29 matches for the South American Giants. Vieira has also struggled to adapt to life back at Porto, whom he has only recorded 2 goals and 1 assist for in 13 games this season, but his fortunes have taken a turn for the better recently. The former Portugal under-21 international has netted in each of his last 2 appearances for Porto. Firstly, a Europa League strike against Anderlecht before scoring against Cossa Pia in the Primeira Liga on December 2nd. 3 Gunner leave. Arsenal could axe 50% of loan crowd in 2025. Arsenal have reportedly identified 3 players whom they are willing to sell in 2025 as Mikel Arteta trims his squad further. The Gunners sanctioned another wave of high-profile departures during the summer transfer window, where all of Emil Smith-Rowe, Edin Ketaya, Aaron Ramsdale, Charlie Patino, Mika Bierith and Brooke Norton-Cuffy were sold. Cedric Soares, Mohamed Elneny and Arthur Okonkwo were also allowed to depart upon the expiration of their contracts, as Arsenal made room for David Raya, Ricardo. How many players do the Gunners want to sell next summer? Arsenal are already planning for the next summer transfer window, with sporting director Eddie Howe placing 3 first-team players' names on the chopping block. According to a report, Mikel Arteta and Eddie Howe are looking to continue to refresh their squad next year, then are managing to recoup around £70 from selling players during the recent transfer window. According to the Times, Albert Sambi Lokonga, Kieran Tierney and Jacob Kiwior are the next 3 players targeted for sale as Arsenal look to generate additional funds from the trio. How many players do Arsenal want to sell next summer? Arsenal are already planning for the next summer transfer window, with sporting director Eddie Howe placing 3 first-team players' names on the chopping block. According to a report, Mikel Arteta and Eddie Howe are looking to continue to refresh their squad next year. They're managing to recoup around £70 from selling players during the recent transfer window. Among those who departed the Emirates Stadium this summer were Emil Smith-Rowe to Fulham for £27 million, with an additional £7 million in add-ons, and Edin Ketaya to Crystal Palace for £25 million. Aaron Ramsdale, was acquired by Southampton for £18 million, and all of Reiss Nelson, Fabio Vieira, and Karl Hein were sent out on season-long loans. Additionally, Mohamed Elneny and Cedric Soares departed North London following the expiration of their contracts, and the Gunners seem to have already identified the next group of players to move on at the end of this season. How many players do Arsenal want to sell next summer? Arsenal placed 3 players on chopping block. According to The Times, Albert Sambi Lokonga, Kieran Tierney and Jacob Kiwior are the next 3 players targeted for sale as Arsenal look to generate additional funds from the trio. After spending last season on loan at Luton, Sambi Lokonga moved to Sevilla on loan earlier this summer, and by the end of his loan spell in Spain, he will have just 1 year remaining on his Arsenal contract, having not reached the anticipated level of performance at the Emirates. The club is believed to be eager to secure a transfer fee for him before he potentially departs for free. Tierney, currently sidelined with a hamstring issue, has seen his playing time at Arsenal diminish over the past few years, starting only 6 Premier League matches since sustaining a severe knee injury in March 2022. Kiwior was linked with a move away from the Emirates during the summer transfer window, having struggled to secure regular playing time since his £20 transfer from Spezia in January 2023. It is understood that the Gunners are looking to offload the Polish international at the end of the season, having come close to parting ways with him last month. In addition to the aforementioned trio, Arsenal are reportedly also mulling over a decision regarding the futures of Oleksandr Zinchenko and Takehiro Tomiyasu. Both players' deals at the Emirates expire in 2026, and the club are believed to be trying to avoid losing either on a free transfer. Zinchenko was available for transfer this summer, while Tomiyasu has been plagued by injuries, including a current knee issue. The Gunners made 5 signings in the recent transfer window, with David Raya, Ricardo Calafiori, Mikel Merino, Neto and Raheem Sterling all penning deals with the North Londoners.